Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Minnesota State Park Hiking Club Trail Series. Today we travel to East Grand Forks to take the hiking club trail at Red River State Recreation Area. Most of the trail is near a roadway, so expect quite a bit of road noise. But that should be expected given its location on the river squeezed right in between Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. The Red River Recreation Area's creation is a history of floods. There were numerous large and damaging floods going back to the late 1800s, but it wasn't until the flood of 1997, one that according to the DNR website flooded 99% of all homes in East Grand Forks, did the Red River Recreation Area get created. The area is a greenway along the river, which was created when the state bought around 500 properties and removed the structures, developing the greenway into a 1,200-acre buffer around the river. Despite its position between Grand Forks and East Grand Forks, there is still a good amount of wildlife. Although sticking to the tar path of the hiking club trail might not afford you the most opportunity to see it, there are river otters, raccoons, squirrels, and deer. The water contains catfish, lake sturgeon, and numerous other fish. Migratory season is an excellent time to visit as the rec area sits within one of the better migration routes to see numerous varieties of birds. The geology of the area is impacted, as is a significant amount of Minnesota and North Dakota, by the remnants of glacial Lake Agassiz. It helped create the incredibly flat Red River Valley, which set the stage for the incredible and damaging floods that hit this area. Checking in at 2.2 miles, this finds itself as an average length within the hiking club challenge. The trail begins on the north side of the recreation area and, unlike most trails, spends most of its time outside of the state park recreation area. It passes through the portions of the Greenway Loop as well as River Heights Park and Sherlock Park. The Greenway Loop portion of the trail is a nice, wide tar path along the Red River, although for most of its length a thick patch of trees obstructs your vision. One of the first things you encounter on the path is you pass under the start of John F. Kennedy Memorial Bridge that crosses the river over to North Dakota. The path is wide, and although the trees block the view of the river, unless it's late afternoon, as when we took it, it will do little to block the sun. It's also a cyclist path, so keep an eye out and be mindful of bicyclists that may also be using the trail. It did remind me more of one of those urban nature trails that you see a lot of joggers running around in larger cities like Boston or Chicago. After a while, on your left, there's a gravel path that heads towards a river from the path, and I recommend taking this as it's a short distance and you can get a good look at the river. There is another opportunity to see the river further up before you cross over the road to your right, but it doesn't provide as impressive of a view as the other. As soon as you cross over the road, you enter River Heights Park and pass through the majority of it before you walk through a small section of town and then cross over the street by the Presbyterian Church. This leads to a short tunnel that brings you under the extremely busy road between you and the park. This is Sherlock Park, and your last section of the trail before you head back across 4th Street to the recreation area. This could be a really good incentive for those little hikers as it's near the end and it looks like a pretty decent playground that should more than entice them. My favorite part of this hike was the stretch that lets you go and get a good look at the Red River. The spot was just north of the bridge, and in late afternoon, sun lit up the North Dakota side of the river spectacularly. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video and want to see more like it, hit the like button and subscribe buttons as well as we finish up this series and look for our next hiking series.